Hello, friends. Welcome to another podcast in HR to CHRO series. And today we have Dr. Aman Jain with us. He started his career working with consulting firms, then he joined Contour Brands, then Arcolab, AB InBev, Sterling Holidays, and currently he's CHRO of E2E Rail. So, welcome, Dr. Aman. Thanks for giving us time.
Thank you so much, Amit. Glad to be a part of your podcast.
To start with, why HR? Why did you decide to start your career with HR, Dr. Aman?
So, like in many people's cases, uh, it was not a conscious choice to be in HR. Very few people do share this in public
Correct.
to all of them. So, yeah, in my case as well, it was not a conscious choice to be a part of HR from the beginning. Ever since I figured that I have to be working and earning my bread and butter. But it so happened, I did my engineering,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and while I did my engineering, I did a couple of uh, adventure programs. I
Okay.
started learning mountaineering,
Very
I
nice.
started learning rappelling, river crossing, many such adventure activities.
Okay.
And it so happened that while I was uh, experiencing, enjoying all of these, a thing stood out, which is there is one trainer, and the trainer is supported by multiple support staffs
Mm-hmm.
to ensure the trainer is successful.
Correct.
And I observed this time and again.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the Yelagiri Mountains or the Yerkad Mountains hills. It could also be a few peaks in Himachal and Uttarakhand. I noticed there is one grandmaster, and everyone who is a part of his team supports him in enabling him to make things successful.
Correct.
And which is when something hit me, which is, can I learn the art of supporting a faculty member, supporting a facilitator?
Mm-hmm.
So at a very young age, I started working. I
Mm-hmm.
started doing small stints.
Mm-hmm.
Today, of course, we have internships, but
Correct.
15 years ago, there were no
Correct.
internships.
Correct.
So I started doing the then internship. I started working with a few trainers
Mm-hmm.
as a support staff for
Mm-hmm.
120 rupees per day.
Okay.
And starting from being a runner to being someone who's a board member, literally meaning someone who's writing on the board of whatever the trainer is telling, to that of slowly starting to do a few outbound activities,
Okay.
co-facilitate the trainer,
Okay.
is when it kicked me that I love facilitating experiences.
Okay.
I love being with people. I love enabling an environment where people can experiment with themselves,
Mm-hmm.
know themselves better.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment I did it once, did it twice, did it thrice,
Mm-hmm.
it just hit me that I'm actually enjoying this experience of delivering experiences.
Very nice.
So, while it was too young for me to figure it, according to me, even today, but I think it just clicked there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I continued working multiple assignments. Then there were organizations like Ozone,
Mm-hmm.
I Discover Eureka, Edureka, multiple student-based outbound learning organizations,
Mm-hmm.
experiential learning organizations,
Mm-hmm.
organizations that are into corporate trainings using experiential learning methodologies. I started working with all of them. Of course, there were two agendas. One, let me learn the art, and the other one is, can I make 120 rupees, 150 next time?
Mm-hmm.
170 next time, 200 next time, because it mattered a lot at that point in time to me. So it started with that experience, and slowly, when I kept experimenting with myself, I figured I actually can do really well in it. So if you actually notice my timeline chart, out of 16, 17 years of my experience, a larger portion, almost 10, 12 years, have been in learning and development. So something that started as a runner to that of a board member to that of co-facilitating and then later on facilitating experiences. There was a day when I was delivering senior management interventions, with the likes of a life coach, leadership coach, Anand David. I
Mm-hmm.
had the CXO sitting right in front of me, and
Mm-hmm.
I am talking to them about win-win strategies. I am talking to them about what it takes to uh, really look into oneself with an intent of building an environment which gets energized as a result of energy that you bring in.
Very nice.
So it's been a beautiful journey. And today, when I look back, of course, I not just do L&D, I do pretty much A to Z of people cycle, enjoying it. It is interesting, and every day is a different day. Like they say in many Insta reels, I would just want to tell HR does not do only Rangoli competition. There is more, and there are better, bigger things that HR today is involved in. So happy to be a part of the HR fraternity and happy to be representing the fraternity in this podcast to the younger HR practitioners who are on their journey, exploring, experimenting, engaging with the art and science of managing and building organizations.
Very nice. So, was this creating experiences for people which made you move from outbounds or delivering, facilitating experiences in an outbound environment to be part of HR, where maybe you can impact a larger pool of people and give them that environment or give them that experience which would make them achieve their potential. So, was that the reason that you finally moved into HR, Dr.
It definitely was. When I look back, um, I did my engineering to the best of my capabilities. I graduated in the great 2009 year, which was impacted by multiple
Prime?
market scenarios. Amidst very few of them getting offers, I stepped out. I did get an offer from EMC Square, which was like the highest offer compared to anybody else in the campus. Nevertheless, when I had to really make a choice, जाके EMC स्क्वायर में टेक्निकल राइटर या सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर बने या शुड आई पिक अप समथिंग एल्स बिकॉज आई हैव
Which you
डन
enjoy.
मल्टीपल
Correct.
असाइनमेंट्स I think I made a choice then. I
Very
chose
nice.
to get into the people space, and I was okay to get just one fifth the salary. It was like, it's okay. It's just today. But tomorrow, if I do well, I can make the fortune that I really want to. So it was the tipping point. And it was not one off. I worked for 6, 7 years even before getting into the HR space.
Mm-hmm.
And 6, 7 years is not a small sample size,
Correct.
right? I think just in those 6, 7 years, I would have been a part of at least 150, 200 deliveries.
Very
It could
nice.
be as young as kids who are in grade 1 to 3
Mm-hmm.
to as senior as project managers of a major real estate company. And that sample size is sufficient enough for you to give the strength to your gut, right? कि हाँ ये हो जाएगा, just आगे बढ़ना है. So yes.
So again, how big a challenge was it to get into HR because you were into something else, doing something else, and now, like you said, that you wanted to prove that HR does bigger things than the Rangoli competition. So how big a challenge was that? See, because why am I asking this is because it was a very pivotal career shift because HR involves so many things, so many specialized functions, and 6, 7 years you were doing something else, and still you took the plunge. So, how did you do that? What made you do that? And how were the initial, how was the initial period like? How tough was it?
So one is as a personality or the kind of person I am, I don't take a lot of time to take decisions.
Okay,
अगर चमका तो चमका. We'll figure it out.
okay,
I do not want to die the death before it hits me.
I understand.
And I'm okay to commit mistakes.
Okay,
I'm okay to tell myself, it's okay, हो गया, आगे
mm-hmm.
बढ़ो life में.
Correct.
So one, as a personality, this is how I am wired.
Mm-hmm.
This is how I am. And honestly, I'm aware of that for quite some time, that I'm okay to take risks. I'm okay to tell myself it's okay. Ho gaya so ho gaya. And I'm okay to also tell, let them, let me. Like Mel Robbins says as well, right? So, point number one, it's all about the intent. So, did I start with the right intent to explore, learn,
Mm-hmm.
be there for a little longer than what is required and really learn the art and science? My
Mm-hmm.
answer is yes. Mentally, I was prepared
Mm-hmm.
and I was ready.
Mm-hmm.
Second is, therefore, in a journey like that, what you want is the right guide, the
Mm-hmm.
right mentor, the right coach. And
Okay.
I'm so thankful, so grateful to the nature to start with.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, most of my jobs in my entire 16, 17 years of career have purely been as a result of reference. Someone
Okay.
knows me, they
Mm-hmm.
referred me. They
Very nice.
referred me for what they know of me.
Very nice.
So starting from the first job,
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the first job was with a finishing school called as Loretis Career School.
Mm-hmm.
And Loretis was started by Nandakishore Rathi, Dr. Nandakishore Rathi,
Mm-hmm.
ex-IIT Bombay,
Mm-hmm.
ex-Oracle JPAC hiring
Mm-hmm.
or talent acquisition. So who referred me here? It was essentially Priya Venkatesh, who was my employer when I was a student elsewhere, and she knew me,
Very
and she
nice.
said, Aman, a person like you will be a right fit for what Nanda Kishore is looking for.
Very nice.
So I moved into Loretis. It was just one conversation. September 23rd, I had the conversation, evening 7 p.m. September 24th, morning 9 a.m. I'm at the office. It was that quick. And it just required that one conversation between the three of us, Priya, Dr. Nandakishore Rathi, and myself. Why am I telling this? So, I was talking about having the right guides, having the right mentors, having the right coaches. So, Rathi sir knew that this boy knows nothing and it is okay. I will enable him. I will give him skills that he does not have. So, I knew how to deliver, but I did not know how to make PPTs.
Mm-hmm.
At least then, an engineer need not know how to do PPTs, an engineering student.
Correct.
So I did not know how to do PPTs. And here is a gentleman whose age or his work experience is more than my age. Then he puts me on an assignment. Aman, you have to make 50 PPTs in the next 2 months. And he ensured I do it again and again and again till I really, you know, was confident of what I'm doing. So here was a facilitator who did not know content development or content design. And this first stint actually helped me learn that art very easily. Yes, ragda tha. I wouldn't want to deny that. Every time I made a PPT, he would find places where comma and full stop are not to be there. But I've put them.
Okay.
He would talk to me about, Aman, will you put white pant and blue shirt to explain me how color logic plays a very important role. He would point out at where did you get this picture from? Where are the credits for it? And him being a PhD from IIT Bombay and I trying to work with him wasn't easy.
I can understand.
The next role that I cracked was with Manford.
Mm-hmm.
I got a chance to work with Anand David, who's a popular CEO coach,
Mm-hmm.
and Deepa Rachel, who was my reporting manager.
Mm-hmm.
This role again was referred by another acquaintance
Mm-hmm.
who attended my work when I was in Loretis, right? And this is where my foundations of HR were built.
Okay.
It was not just about learning and development, it
Mm-hmm.
was about change, it was about culture, it was about why is it important to value talent and how
Mm-hmm.
talent plays a more important role than the financial sometimes of the company.
Correct.
So a lot of fundamentals that I use even today, I would credit it to Manford as the organization where I worked, the work experience that I had, and of course my career guru, I would say, Anand David. Even today, it's been 16 years, I'm far away in my journey from wherever I was then there. Even today, when I make my decisions, I do run it by Anand David.
Very nice.
And he's so graceful, so respectful, so caring. He responds.
Very nice.
Right? So, point, while I can share many more stories, another story I could talk about is Debulina Datta,
Mm-hmm.
my HR head when I was with Contour, Lee and Wrangler.
Mm-hmm.
I worked with her for almost 4.5 years out of 6 years there.
Okay.
She was also instrumental in building me for the kind of person and leader I am today. She was my inspiration to pursue my PhD. She taught me grit. She taught me consistency. She taught me to be perseverant.
Very nice.
She taught me to be data coherent. आज के डेट में डेटा इज करेंसी. You
Sacrosanct.
know your data well, people will value you.
Correct.
As simple as that. And of course, my last HR head, which is Tabitha David, till uh, Contour, I was L&D.
Mm-hmm.
Then till AB InBev, I was more in talent space, talent
Mm-hmm.
development, talent management, talent engagement,
Mm-hmm.
org development, change management, and the actual crux of HR,
Mm-hmm.
which a lot of them choose not to get into. At least that's the way I see it, is HR operations.
Correct.
Your HRMS, your
Correct.
payroll, your
Correct.
compliance,
Correct.
and other aspects of operations is what I was grounded with when I was with Sterling Resorts. My HR had ensured I handle only those portfolios. Everywhere else, I would be advisory member. But it were these portfolios I handle. I understand each and every nitty gritty of these subjects in HR operations and get a hang of what it takes to be a head of HR. So I'm very thankful, grateful, firstly to the nature, secondly to each of these gurus of mine who have really, really invested their time and energy into me. I do not want to hesitate to tell that I wouldn't be at the place I am, not that it is a very high achieved position, but I think to wherever I am today, I wouldn't be without them.
Very
So it's
nice.
very important, one, for me to be thankful, grateful, and two, that all HR practitioners, especially the younger ones, understand, okay, yes, internet is there, Google Auntie is there, Instagram University is also there, बट जो एक गुरु या मेंटर या कोच का औहदा होता है दैट इज इररिप्लेसेबल.
Correct.
We will need them. We will need them to hear us out. We will need them at the right time to take the right decisions. And any technological tool, I doubt if it will be able to really bring in the kind of wisdom, capability, and experience these people bring in with genuinity to
Correct.
invest in you the right energy anytime in the future. Yeah.
So good thing I find very interesting. It's very powerful, Aman. What I find very interesting is see ultimately everybody wants to become a brand where because of word of mouth publicity that brand gets sold more and you were able to do it right from the starting of your career. So how did you impress Priya ma'am or Dr. Rath? What was your secret? How were you, what made them refer you to other organizations? So what is that basic quality which everybody from the starting of their career journey, be in HR or any other domain, they should have?
While whatever I share will be more of my perspective, and I'm sure if you were to go back to Priya, Dr. Rathi, Anand David, Debulina, or Tabitha, they will have something else also to share. So that's the conditions apply. But what, according to me, really worked for me and something that they have expressed in some which way. First one is so let me share a story for the first piece, but the rest I'll just tell the words. So where did I meet Priya? I met Priya in a summer camp called
Okay.
as Camp Yakubu in
Okay.
2003
Okay.
when I had finished my grade 10.
Okay.
What was I doing there? I started with selling that summer camp at Food World in Koramangala
When you were in class 10th,
after class 10.
after class
Yes.
10th. Okay.
Yeah. So
Very
I
nice.
was selling their summer camp.
Mm-hmm.
That time it was 1,200, 1,500 rupees for
Mm-hmm.
5 days, 6 days.
Mm-hmm.
I was selling that summer camp outside Food World,
Mm-hmm.
a well-known grocery,
Mm-hmm.
formal grocery outlet, like we have Reliance Mart today,
Correct.
Nilgiris today. Similarly, outside the Food World. So I started at Camp Yakubu selling those.
Very nice.
Then once they saw me that I'm able to sell, I'm
Mm-hmm.
able to convert, I'm able to upsell, एस्ट्रोनॉमी बेचा और साथ में कुकिंग भी बेच दिया कुकिंग बेचा फिर बोला कि इफ कुकिंग इज हैपनिंग देन योर डॉटर कैन आल्सो ज्वाइन सो व्हाई डोंट यू डू अ कॉम्बो
Very
so I
nice.
was able to upsell cross sell so then they moved me into a call center where
Okay.
parents were calling to inquire.
Okay.
I did call center and suddenly one day there was no bus conductor available
Mm-hmm.
and it was a huge summer camp,
Mm-hmm.
400, 500 kids. So there were buses that were leaving kids. The summer camp was happening in Kormangla, Bethany High School.
Mm-hmm.
So since there was no conductor and we are dealing with kids,
Mm-hmm.
they wanted someone to become a conductor.
Mm-hmm.
And Priya calls me, Aman, we need a conductor. Today
Mm-hmm.
your role is to become a conductor. Kindly rush to the point. I ran. I
Okay.
became the conductor.
Okay.
I ferried 4 5 trips and I ensured all kids are in the school before time.
Very nice.
Conductor का काम हो गया. Then I have to go and sit in the school.
Mm-hmm.
So Priya says, "What are you doing here? Why are you sitting here? Go and sit with Radha madam. She is teaching pot painting. Help Radha madam." No problem. गया मैं. Pot painting सिखाया. 3 pot टूट गए. Radha madam बोलती I need pot right now. I borrowed money. I ran. I got pots.
Very nice.
And like this, I think in those 3 4 months of working for the summer camp, I would have done some 40 things.
Very nice.
And it did not matter to me what are they asking me to do. It did not matter for two reasons. One, काम तो करना ही है. Two, from wherever I come from, I started working very young.
Correct.
10th standard was much later. I started working when I was in grade 7. I
Okay.
used to wash 2 cars and
Mm-hmm.
drop 40 newspapers when I was in
Okay.
grade 7. So about 3 years before that, 2000, 2001, right? So
Mm-hmm.
someone who's done that, being a bus conductor will not matter. हाँ, कर लेंगे, no problem. So point that I'm trying to make here is openness and flexibility, or in other words, agility.
Mm-hmm.
When you know that you're bought into the purpose,
Mm-hmm.
then be ready. And it is okay. Nothing is big or small, nothing is right or wrong per se.
Correct.
Be ready, jump in, deliver. Ensure the objective with which you're walking in is met. And I think this is what Priya must have observed. Ready to take up anything that is coming the way and deliver when promised. So, whatever I committed to, I would promise, or I will negotiate before the deadline.
Very nice.
And that's one of my critical learnings. Today, there are hundreds of students who intern with me.
Mm-hmm.
I tell them this as my rule number one: commit only what you're sure of. Let's say after commitment, you're not sure. Come back and negotiate before the deadline, not after the deadline.
Correct.
So, Priya must have noticed that. Priya has also spoken about uh, how curious I am like a cat.
Okay.
I'm curious to know what is this? Why is this like this?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we using this paint?
Mm-hmm.
What is biomimicking all about? Why can't I do it? Lot of questions. She would get tired. Aman, take a break and come back. So, curious like a cat. Um, Third, which not just Priya but Pavitra, Vinay, many other people who were also involved in the show, they would say, Pakka baniya hai.
Cost
And for
conscious.
me, Pakka baniya is more about being data friendly,
Okay.
knowing your numbers at the tip of the fingers,
Okay.
knowing your data at the tip of your fingers, knowing your business at the tip of the fingers. Why does Radha madam want this pot? Why not another pot? You should know it. And
Hmm.
no one should come and feed you that data. So I would connotate this also to proactiveness.
Hmm.
Why do you wait for someone to give you an order? Why don't you do it by yourself?
Very nice.
You've been given a responsibility, right? So these are a few things that Priya must have noticed. But
Hmm.
apart from that, when I have to put all others that I've worked with, a few other things could be results driven,
Hmm.
very, very choiceful when it comes to the kind of words I use when I speak,
Hmm.
because my need is to be genuine in what I speak. It is a
Hmm.
need I have.
Can you give an example of the choice of words that you use?
Um,
Why am I saying this is because people generally don't think before they speak, especially at the younger age. So it's very important for them to know to think before they speak and the words that they choose the words that they speak. So that is why I'm asking.
sure, sure. Um, we'll pick from the conversation we just had. I use the word guru,
Correct.
right? Now, guru from the ancient times is like your decision maker or is like your second parent,
Correct.
right? But today we use guru for many things and guru for many people,
Correct.
which is not the case the way I would make choices. For me, a word means a lot,
I understand.
right? So while I may have had some 10 other managers, but
Hmm.
only the ones who really mattered to me, I gave them that upadhi कि वो
I,
मेरे गुरु है.
I understand.
And likewise many other words
No,
you
I
can use.
understand. So you were talking about results driven, choice of words, and
The rest few I've already mentioned from what Priya would have spoken: openness, agility, flexibility, ready to experiment,
hmm.
does not think twice to try something,
Hmm.
is okay to fail, and few other things that we spoke about. Yeah.
So see, you had wide expertise. I mean, wide experiences. So you were in sales, you were in customer service, you were even a bus conductor. That is part of operations. So knowing, and you were into cost consciousness. That why is it, why we buying something? What is the cost and all? So how does having this varied experience? How does this help a person in the HR job per se, and to reach the top of the HR job?
Sure. Um, See, all of these are life experiences, right? And
Correct.
it gives you an understanding of life at large
Mm-hmm.
and in some ways business at large.
Correct.
What it takes to run a business.
Correct.
Why is profitability important?
Correct.
Uh, in the last 48 hours, I've been talking to my team about AOP adherence, annual operating plan adherence,
Mm-hmm.
from a resource management standpoint.
Okay.
You had X target,
Mm-hmm.
you achieved X by 5, whereas by now you must have achieved, let's say, X by 7. What is your human capital plan like? And is it in sync with it or is it off the radar?
Correct.
Something as simple as this can actually come from basic experiences of what I was sharing.
Correct.
As a kid, my dad would ask me to sit at the shop. We had a small stationery shop by a school. Um, After the shop, my dad would actually ask me to go to the market and do the purchasing. That time, my dad was into adhesives. So my role was I would finish my school, come back home, and then I'm supposed to dedicate 2 hours to what my father
And
wants me
how
to
old were you
do.
that time?
Same, it is the same school timing. So around 14 to 17,
Okay.
right? All the 3 years, I come back from school by 4:30, freshen up, take the order slip from my dad, take the money, and run, catch a bus. go to the market, meet 7, 8 vendors, negotiate with them, get the best price, get the confirmation from the maker and the checker that this is the price I'm getting it at, pack it, rush it to the bus stand again. Because if you take a auto, the profit is gone. That's the
Correct.
truth. So
Correct.
rush it to the bus stand, put it in the bus, and get off at your bus stand, which is where my dad is waiting to pick the material and then go back for distribution. So, negotiation, being assertive, being able to give comparative data to give even more competitive pricing. All of these are simple life experiences, and it's just not about me. You can actually talk to typically any Banya family young adult. He or she would have done all this.
Correct.
At least in the part of country that I stay in, 6 out of 10 kids have to sit at a shop for a few hours. A typical Marwadi businessman will have this practice. It could either be in terms of enabling the kid or in terms of setting up the future talent progression plan for the shop, right? So going back, all these life experiences um, teach many things. And to the question that you asked, it actually taught me business in some which ways.
Correct.
So today, when I have to look at business, I'm not looking at it like an HR. I'm looking at it as a business leader.
Very nice.
Today, if I am CHRO, yes, but my deliverables are not HR deliverables. My deliverables are business deliverables.
Correct.
How much did Aman contribute to the AOP adherence? If the people budget was X amount, did you stick to X or did you do more than X?
Correct.
And if you did more than X, then did you go back and change the business scenario to build extra revenue?
Correct.
Right? So, understanding business is very critical. And experiences of life, the ones, at least the ones that I did, helped me in multiple ways, Amit. Also, it is about looking at life in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
While it is about business, but it is also about life. It is about um, learn from experiences. You learn what is right, what is not gone right.
Okay. Value
And
system.
therefore, you know what mistake not to do or not to commit.
Correct. Very
I
powerful.
know for a matter of fact, something as simple as what I was telling one of the leaders a few days ago is, boss, हर किसी के साथ चिल्ला के बात नहीं कर सकते.
Correct.
As simple as that. And being able to customize your communication based on your audience is an art.
Correct.
And you actually learn when you go to shops. There is one shopkeeper or vendor who will be very sweet to you because you're a kid. And the other one will boss around you because you're a kid. Now,
Correct.
do you have the magic in you to handle both of them accordingly and still get the product at the best price possible?
Correct.
So it's about maturity. It's about being able to shift your gears. It's about looking at things holistically. It's about not just being self-obsessed with your objective. यार कभी एम्प्लॉय के घर में भी कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है.
Correct.
You have to jump in. You have to stand there and get it resolved, and that will buy you more support, more encouragement, and more engagement from the same employee.
Correct.
There are instances in my career when the father is about to get his daughter married. The father has taken a loan. We gave the loan. 2 days before the marriage, the father calls and tells, Aman sir, I'm not able to do this. I'm unable to handle this. The father is telling me this. Father is 55. I am 30. I have not handled any marriage in my life. My sister got married when I was 31. I got married when I was 34. But here is a father who sees something in you and is telling, I'm not able to handle, sir. Tell me what to do. I said, nothing doing. I'm coming there.
Very nice.
I went there. I stood there. If required, I pulled in a few resources, my resources. I said, मेरे दोस्त की शादी है, आ जाओ तुम.
Very nice.
And we all stood there. Me and my friends stood there and ensured the father does not feel the overloadness.
Very
The
nice.
father is already, sending her daughter off. That itself is a lot of emotional load for him to carry. With that, Indian marriages, you know how they are. We said, don't worry, sir. Assume I am your son. I'll stand here and get the wedding done. You just tell me what are my constraints of operation. Because I do not want to disrespect you and I do not want you to take the load कि क्या कर देंगे. आप बोलोगे 10 रुपए में खत्म करना, मैं 10 रुपए में खत्म करूंगा. आप बोलोगे 100 रुपए में खत्म करना, मैं 100 रुपए में खत्म करूंगा. आप बस ऑर्डर दो, हम काम कर देंगे. Point. The fact that I did it, even though he got very interesting and good offers, I told him, sir, please take it. He said, nahi. You were there when I really wanted someone.
Correct.
I will not leave.
Very
Right?
powerful.
And it's really not about what I did, what he did. Really not about that. It's about you're a leader. You have to lead by example.
Correct.
And here we are talking about marriage. There have been instances, and as a HR head, as a CHRO, you have to deal with all
Correct.
positives, negatives, goods, bads. There have been instances where we've had deaths, and the family knows nothing what to do, how to go about it. We will stand there. We will ensure whatever is right, whatever is fair is done.
Very nice.
So, what I wanted to share is one, you understand business, but more importantly, these experiences of life teach you life and teach you aspects beyond what a business or a workplace can actually teach you. And that matters a lot for you to,
Correct.
be honest in your intent, be a genuine leader, leader that everyone respects, not because you are in a position, but because of the kind of personality you are. And let me tell you, Amit, एक बार एक बार लोग वो नोटिस करते ना, that spark, they will not forget for life.
Correct. Very powerful, very, very powerful, Dr. Aman. So I want to speak about how to have this kind of empathetic outlook, how to think about the other people, that what are the problems that employee may be having in their own homes. But before that, see, when I started my career, HR was looked at in a certain way. Now HR is more of a strategic partner, and like you said, that my deliverables are business deliverables. So business, or thinking from the business point of view, is very, very important. How can a young HR professional learn more about business? They may not be coming from that business family environment where they would be open to operations, business operations. So maybe that straight after college a person joins HR, how can they learn about business, which is going to be very beneficial to them?
Absolutely. And I think, especially freshmen, women from college,
Mm-hmm.
should give this the due attention. Um, so I'm a very practice-based person. I don't believe in theory,
Correct.
concepts, frameworks. While my doctoral journey does teach me to build frameworks that are strategic and sustainable, but end of the day, what matters is can you practice them?
Correct.
And my response in 3 points. One, business immersion is critical. So why not start by getting involved in different functions of the business as
Okay.
a part of their teams?
Okay.
Now, for example, people who join my team here in this organization, I actually ask them to spend a few days in procurement, a few
Mm-hmm.
days in operations, a
Mm-hmm.
few days in business development, a
Mm-hmm.
few days in safety, in
Mm-hmm.
quality.
Mm-hmm.
Sit with them, understand what they're doing, why
Mm-hmm.
they are doing what they're doing,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of impact it has on people, what kind of impact it has on revenue, what kind of impact it has on org reputation. Observe, do whatever they ask you to do.
Mhm.
That is in the present organization. I have worked with hospitality, and in hospitality, our induction program, especially for manager and above cadre, was boss, you have to spend 2 3 days in F&B production, 2 3 days in F&B service. जाओ कांदा काटो, जाओ सबको खाना परोसो, जाओ हाउसकीपिंग करो, 1 घंटे में 3 बेड बना के दिखाओ.
Very nice.
When and then before that, when I was in retail, it was about sales. Go stand there, do visual merchandising, go sell, go raise the bill, and I've done all of that. Keeping everything aside, I can be whoever, but point is, I've done each one of these that I'm telling you. When we get involved in the business, we not just understand the business dynamics. Oh, I cut 6 kgs onions, but in those 6 kgs, 300 grams went waste. They were not good. That means, in terms of my costing of the raw material, I have to consider this fact that there is a certain wastage that happens by default.
Correct.
And we have to account for that cost also
Correct.
in our food engineering aspects.
Correct.
Oh, when I sell the product and if the product is not right, exchange के लिए आएंगे. So when I have to exchange, then there's a certain way in which I have to handle the client. I can't handle the way I handle when I'm selling them for the first time.
Correct.
Safety, helmet नहीं पहना है, PPE kit नहीं पहना है. How did we allow that person inside? You will not know all these nitty-gritty sitting in an AC office.
Correct.
And we have to understand that money does not come, revenue does not come from AC office. AC office is only to administer it. Money comes from the ground, grassroots level.
Correct.
So we have to be a part of the grassroots level, understand the business from the grassroots, and therefore understand the people dynamics, as a result of which that kind of business immersion will play a very, very important role, and it will help you sustain your career for long, because then, there's some kind of mindset wiring where you know that if you have to get into a business, you have to walk in and be a part of multiple sub functions to understand what it takes to run this business. I was in a pharma manufacturing company, and pharma manufacturing company, suddenly there was a quality issue and multiple complaints around the quality. Quality did their assessment and they say that there's an issue with packaging.
Okay.
Packaging says everything is right with packaging. Now there is this gap. This is where the problem is sitting. Who's going to solve this? How are they solving this? Do you even know that such errors or that such issues come on the floor?
Correct.
It was just that the vacuum that is there in that packaging was not sufficient vacuum, and
Oh,
hence packaging was getting spoiled.
okay.
And who found this? The set of scientists who decided what kind of packaging should be put there. PhDs in packaging sciences. Now, as HR, I should be able to understand these, because then you can get involved in business problems, solve business problems, and therefore look the people angle from these business angles. I'll pause here, but I think the point is very clearly delivered of what it takes to do business immersion. Second is openness, flexibility, agility. And third is it's okay to be okay.
So I'll come back to it. See, I want to discuss, let's say the organization where a young HR professional joins is not that progressive that they ask that person to spend time in different departments, in sales, in operations. So how should that person learn more about business on his or her own, by his or her own efforts? But before that, how to have that empathetic mindset, which is so powerful, like you talked about the marriage, the mishaps in the employees families, and you were there as a support. So how See, right now, the problem in the world, so as to say, is that it's becoming very individualistic. Unlike earlier, where there was a joint family system, or the commercialization wasn't that strong, and the value was given to the interpersonal relationships a lot more. But again, like you shared, these are so powerful examples. If you have that interpersonal empathy which you use in your interpersonal skills, I mean, it's so powerful. So how to have that mindset? Young professionals, especially who are more into social media and they are getting disconnected from the human interaction, it is even much more important for them to know.
Sure. What is beautiful and interesting is uh, we are at a juncture of time when we have to now be learning or teaching how to be empathetic. It's very beautiful.
Correct.
It's very beautiful. I kind of have a antithesis to this entire question or point of view that you've put forth. All of us are aware and understand that there are instances in life when we have to genuinely wear the heart of being empathetic.
Correct.
And the reason I tell that is we all learn empathy not in school or college or workplace, to be honest. We learn at home.
Correct.
And recently I was delivering a keynote on emotional intelligence at workplace. And it was so nice to see uh, almost everyone stood up when I said, or almost everyone answered this question when I asked, who's the first teacher of EI? And everyone said, mother,
Correct.
right?
So powerful.
All of us have learned how to care for what the other person wants to say, wants to do, wants to hear from our mothers.
Correct.
And it's not just after our birth, it's even before that when we are in the womb.
Correct.
So, do we not know that we have to be empathetic? We actually know. Do we understand how to be empathetic? According to me, very much. Uh, we are at home. I still remember my mom was fond of cooking. Every Friday, Saturday, Sunday is like the snack time, and she would cook some very innovative dishes. This is when I was like literally a kid, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. And I noticed this. I knew that she was making things only for me and maybe my sister. But I would often take all my 3, 4 friends along with me. And she would never ask me, in sabko kyun leke aaya?
Correct.
She would still give me only how much ever she had planned to give me, or maybe 20, 30% extra. But while giving, she would say, सबके साथ में मिलके खाना. And it's not the story only about Aman's
Correct.
mother. It
Correct.
could be your mother. It could be all our listeners' mothers. They would have done pretty much the same thing.
Correct.
So, point, we all know what empathy is. We all have seen and learned in some which way how to exhibit, how to demonstrate, how to ensure we are genuinely empathetic. Part two, it is the digital or technology invasion that has kind of overlapped multiple layers of information that these basic human values have now gone hidden somewhere.
Correct.
So I think my closing point on this question would be we just have to unravel. We have to remember uh, we can make choices, good time or bad time, but I would want to choose the bad time for now for this question. When it is not a very desirable times of our life, Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat, none of this is going to come to your help.
Correct.
Should you have spoken? Baki sab is
Go.
secondary. Should you have spoken to Amit in a nice way and told Amit, you're doing a fantastic job. Doing this podcast has no benefits for you. But the fact that you're ready to put 3-4 hours every week and do this podcast, it really adds a lot of value. Should I have told you this? 3 years later, let's say I am not in the best of my mindsets, and I call, hey Amit, how are you doing? You will talk nicely to me.
Correct.
There is no reason why you would be harsh to me,
Correct.
right? So it is all about unraveling and understanding that technology can enable us, but not support us, but not motivate us. So the more closer we are to the human intelligence, social intelligence, collective intelligence, the more we are in the real world. Um, so do I feel people don't know how to be empathetic? Answer is no. I feel everyone knows. It is not possible that any of us, you, me, or anybody who's listening to this, does not know how to be empathetic. We all are taught, we all have seen, if nobody else, especially from our parents. So nothing needs to be taught. We just have to unravel and start being empathetic.
So the point I want to highlight here, through your words, Dr. Aman, is that see, we think, or mostly people think that to achieve success, we have to be goal oriented, and we have to achieve our KRAs, our KPIs in that given time, and we have to overachieve. But these stories, these powerful experiences that you are sharing, having that human touch is maybe even more important. See, you have to do good work,
Absolutely.
but being nice to people and being so nowadays people are, because they are so individualistic, focused only on their achievements, that they forget to look at the bigger picture, which through these discussions, it's
Sure.
important for them to learn that that human touch, that references or those referrals which will make you reach your goal, will or making why people will help you, which will help you achieve those goals, comes from the human touch.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very well said.
Right. So, see, a young HR professional, let's say, who joins a company where it's not that progressive, he or she is immediately given tasks, KPIs, KRS based tasks that you have to excel in that. To grow, that person needs to have that business mindset. How can he or she get that? What should he or she do?
So, one of the easiest ways that I've seen many of them opt for is network and talk to people from different organizations.
Okay.
I've never worked in aerospace engineering organizations,
Mm-hmm.
but today, I mean, few weeks ago, I spoke to someone who works in an aerospace engineering company,
Mm-hmm.
a multinational company. So today, if I were to explain how aerospace engineering organization works from an HR context, I think I should be able to put something together.
Very nice.
So point number one, networking, engaging, talking to people
Mm-hmm.
with just the expectation of understanding what they do, how the organization functions is a good first step to start with.
Curiosity,
Second,
like you spoke about earlier.
correct, correct. Second is reading. There is enough and more content, write up, good quality articles available in different forms and shapes. You name it, you ask Google auntie
Correct.
and she will supply you tons and tons of material.
Correct.
Abhi, only thing is one has to pick and read it.
Correct.
Okay, you don't want to read it? Fine, put it in a audio converter and listen to it.
Correct.
Okay, you don't want to listen to it? Okay, fine, no problem. Can you upload that and ask one of the generative AI tools to give you a summary of it? Nevertheless, will the summary be equivalent to what you would gain by reading the whole article? Answer is no, according to me. At least today, as I see it.
Correct.
So, second one would be reading. Third one, um, as a result of networking, One of the other things that you could also do is networking digitally, which is on
LinkedIn.
professional networks like LinkedIn.
Okay.
Connect with people from different industries. Find a way, find a reason for them to have a conversation with you. Connect with them, talk to them. Just 30 minutes, no expectations call. I would just love to understand how your organization works. I've had people who wanted understanding of how a few of my employers operate. What are their values? What kind of people they really look for? And I'm always happy to share that information with anyone who wants to know it. I recently received a message from one of the students of my alma mater, where I'd recently gone for a talk. And this boy was so excited. He said, AJ, I just wanted to let you know that 1 hour of conversation that we had between 10:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. in our campus has changed my life. I actually
Very nice.
cracked an offer with that company.
Very nice.
I was curious. Tell me what really clicked to you in it or for you in the interview. He said there were two, three things you mentioned. One, it is a very meritocratic organization. They do not believe in making favors. So I chose to be in that mindset. Two, you said they like proactive people. So I exhibited how proactive I am and how I'm delivering things very much in advance than the timeline because of being able to be proactive. Third, you said they are a very open culture, which means no biases, no judgments, or no strong opinions about anything. I exhibited that as well.
Very nice.
So, 1 hour conversation, and this young boy who made this company as his dream company, it was a dream come true for him. So LinkedIn can be a good professional network. There are many, but LinkedIn can be a good professional network where you connect and have a conversation. And it's not like nobody wants to speak to anybody. Yes, we are at senior positions. We also have work. It's not like we are only sitting on LinkedIn. But the approach and the modality of getting in touch with a leader and requesting for a conversation plays an important role. Should that be coherent? Should that be respectful? I don't think a leader would not want to talk to someone.
Correct.
Few things not to do: jump and ask, I want a job. Jump and ask, can you please refer me to this company? Uh, is that wrong? I wouldn't want to comment whether it is right or wrong. But truth of the matter is, how many more are sending those messages, and how many will we be able to connect connect
Correct.
the dots and refer to?
Very powerful. Very powerful. See, one thing during the discussion, one very powerful statement you made was that I wasn't afraid of making mistakes. See, again, this is something because when I was in school, we were judged only during that period of time, and then you would come back, and there was no more judging. But nowadays, because of social media, everybody is judged continuously. So, how not to have this fear of making mistakes? Because this is one fear that I'll be judged, which prevents people from achieving their potential. And why is it important for them to not have this fear?
It's a tough question. uh, so fear is good sometimes, but any fear that is stopping you from learning, unlearning, relearning,
Or
and knowing yourself.
I'll rephrase it, afraid of making mistakes. How
Okay,
to
sure. So, why are we afraid of making mistakes? Either because of fear of failure or hope for success is limited,
Mhm. Or
right?
maybe being judged, that I'll be judged. People will make fun of me.
Maybe being judged. Possible. Possible. Now, if we consider these pointers, any of the three, is it allowing me to become a better version of myself from whatever I was 10 seconds ago? If the answer is yes, yeah, by being affected of what people judge of me, yeah, I have limited hope for success, yeah, there is high fear of failure, and hence I do not want to be a better version. Okay, then be that. But if it is coming in the way of you improving yourself, putting in effort, trying to be a better version of yourself, if it is not allowing you to do so, then you should let go of all of that and work towards what will really help you get a better version of yourself.
Very powerful.
I feel uh, the judgment wala environment was always there, will always be there. Modalities have changed. Earlier it was face to face, now it is virtual.
Correct.
But it was there before, it is going to be there in future also.
Correct.
Constant is us. How do I want to respond to all of this? So
Correct.
I would say uh, goal has to be a better version of ourselves.
Very nice.
People ourselves such that people love us, people care for us, people respect us. Because end of the day, that is what will matter.
Very powerful. So it has been more than an hour since we started talking, Dr. Aman.
Wow.
And I have so many other things that I wanted to discuss, but we have to stick to the time limit. So
Sure.
maybe we'll have one more episode shortly. So
Sure.
very
Sure.
powerful, and I think this is one session where a lot of stories and experiences were shared. So it's going to resonate that much more with the audience. So thanks for giving us time, Dr. Aman.
Thank you so much, Amit. Wonderful meeting you as well as being a part of your podcast. The questions did made me recall the fond memories, super fond memories of my younger days. I'm hoping to do more. And yes, if there's a chance, happy to get on another podcast call as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Aman.
Have a good day.